Welcome. Today we're diving into fine-grained password policies or FGPPs in Active Directory. If you've ever wondered how to set different password rules for different users or groups, you're in the right place. FGPPs allow administrators to move beyond the one-size-fits-all approach of the default domain policy, offering flexibility and enhanced security. In this video, we'll explore what FGPPs are, why they matter, and how you can implement them to better protect your organization's sensitive accounts. Let's get started by understanding the basics. Fine-grained password policies, or FGPPs, are a feature in Active Directory that lets administrators define unique password and account lockout policies for specific users or groups. Instead of applying the same rules to everyone in the domain, you can tailor requirements based on roles or security needs. This is especially useful for privileged accounts, where stricter controls are necessary. FGPPs override the default domain policy for the users or groups they're assigned to, giving you more control and flexibility over your organization's security posture. So why would you want to use fine-grained password policies? The main reason is flexibility. Not all users in your organization have the same security requirements. For example, administrators and service accounts often need stricter password rules than regular users. FGPPs let you apply more robust policies to these sensitive accounts without affecting everyone else. This targeted approach helps you balance usability and security, ensuring that high-risk accounts are better protected while keeping things manageable for standard users. Before FGPPs, organizations relied solely on the default domain policy for password and lockout settings. This meant every user from regular staff to domain admins followed the same rules. While simple, this approach lacks flexibility and can leave privileged accounts less secure than they should be. FGPPs address this gap by allowing more granular control, so you can enforce stricter policies where they're needed most, without inconveniencing everyone else. When you assign an FGPP to a user or group, it takes precedence over the default domain policy. This means the specific password and lockout settings you define in the FGPP will apply to those users, even if the domain-wide policy says otherwise. This override mechanism is what makes FGPPs so powerful for organizations with diverse security needs. FGPPs are designed to be applied to individual user objects or global security groups. This means you can target specific people or entire groups that need special password policies. However, FGPPs cannot be directly applied to organizational units, OUs, universal groups, or domain local groups. Even if you try to select these in the administrative center, the policy won't be enforced for their members. Only global security groups and individual users are supported. It's important to note that FGPPs cannot be directly assigned to organizational units, OUs, in Active Directory. While OUs are commonly used for organizing users and computers, FGPPs are specifically designed to work only with individual user accounts and global security groups. This distinction is crucial for administrators planning their password policy strategy. FGPPs can only be applied to global security groups. If you attempt to assign a policy to a universal group or a domain local group, it won't be enforced, even if the administrative center lets you select them. This enforcement ensures that only the intended users receive the policy, maintaining the integrity of your security strategy. Before you can create or manage FGPPs, make sure you have the necessary tools installed. The Remote Server Administration Tools, or RSAT, are required for accessing advanced Active Directory features like FGPPs. Once RSAT is installed, you'll be able to use the Active Directory Administrative Center to configure your policies. To manage FGPPs, you'll use the Active Directory Administrative Center, or ADAC. This modern management console provides a user-friendly interface for configuring password policies and other directory settings. Open ADAC from your server or workstation where RSAT is installed and you're ready to begin. Once inside ADAC, navigate to your domain, then expand the system container. Inside, you'll find the password settings container. This is where all your FGPPs are stored and managed. Here, you can view existing policies or create new ones tailored to your organization's needs. To create a new fine-grained password policy, click on New in the upper right corner of the Password Settings container, then select Password Settings. This opens a form where you can define the specific rules for your new policy, such as password length, complexity, history, and lockout settings. In the Password Settings form, you can specify all the details for your FGPP. Set the minimum and maximum password length, require complexity, define password history, and configure account lockout thresholds. These options let you tailor the policy to meet your organization's security standards and compliance requirements. After configuring your password rules, assign the FGPP to users or global security groups using the Directly Applies to section. This step is crucial. Only the users or groups listed here will have the policy enforced. Double-check your selections to ensure the policy reaches the intended accounts. Once you've assigned the policy, save your changes. The FGPP will now be active and enforced for the designated users or groups. Any password or lockout attempts by these accounts will follow the new rules you've set, overriding the default domain policy for them. One of the best uses for FGPPs is applying stricter password requirements to privileged accounts, such as administrators or service accounts. By enforcing longer passwords, increased complexity, and tighter lockout policies, you can significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access to your most sensitive resources. Many organizations must comply with industry standards or regulations that require specific password policies. FGPPs make it easier to meet these requirements by allowing you to set custom rules for different user groups. This flexibility helps ensure your organization stays compliant without sacrificing usability for all users. After setting up your FGPPs, it's important to verify that they're being enforced as expected. You can check the effective password policy for a user by using tools like Resultant Set of Policy or PowerShell commands. This ensures that your security settings are working as intended and helps you troubleshoot any issues. A common mistake when working with FGPPs is trying to assign them to unsupported group types like universal or domain local groups or to organizational units. Remember, only global security groups and individual users are supported. Double-check your assignments to avoid confusion and ensure your policies are effective. To get the most out of FGPPs, follow best practices. Use descriptive names for your policies, document which users or groups are assigned, and regularly review your settings. This helps maintain clarity and ensures that your password policies remain effective as your organization evolves. In summary, fine-grained password policies in Active Directory provide powerful tools for customizing password and lockout settings for specific users and groups. By understanding their limitations and following best practices, you can enhance your organization's security and compliance posture. Thanks for watching, and remember, targeted security is smart security.